Underdog was down. The stream was in crisis, but guess what? 5 minutes ago, it came back. And so we are in the first big board of the day. I don't know when maintenance started, but it was not working. People were not able to log in, getting all kinds of weird errors, getting logged out of stuff. But we're in. Theoretically, we should have a draft. Underdog, even when back, was running weirdly slow. So hopefully we don't have any problems, but we're back in. We're waiting for 6. If anyone wants to hop on in. Chris, though, noting, I'm thinking the Dolphins might not be very good this year. No, they might not be very good this year at all. It seems like it's over. To the point where, as Chris notes, Jalen Waddle traded for a first, a third, and then a 4th round pick swap to the Denver Broncos. Some people getting pretty frothy on the Bronco, on the Waddle price. I've heard that one of the bigger sites ranked him up at 28. That to me is way too aggressive, just because we know we have to deal with Sean Payton nonsense. And I don't love Sean Payton's squirreliness and nonsense. So we'll talk about that. I'm sure we will get to that as more people come on in, but appreciate each and every one of you. Chris, thanks so much for coming in, starting the stream off. Yes, Sweetleaf, it was down, but we are so back. We are so back. Stay in line. Stay in line. If you have not, you are still, we need you. We need you. Hey, Willie MMTM, you. Appreciate you so much coming in and hanging out. Gunnar Roth, why trade for Willis? So GM to you, Gunnar Ross. So for me, the Willis stuff it's actually, if you look at the contract, I think there's a team option for the 3rd year, is my understanding. So they have an out if it doesn't work, and they didn't have, he was a free agent. They didn't have to give up anything for him. So we basically have this year to see what we've got in him, and then hopefully things start getting better next year. And if not, well, you know what, we're probably going to have a top 5 pick in the draft. If you want to start getting your Arch Manning Dolphin jerseys, I suppose you could get in ahead of that. But yeah, it does seem like we will have a good idea at the end of the season if we're going to need to find our QB of the future or what we want to do. But it was a pretty cap friendly deal. I saw something that I believe more than half of the Dolphins cap this year is in dead money. So absolutely just hell for this team. If you think they trade A-Chain, I couldn't really disagree with you too much. There's a pretty good chance he is moved. I don't think we're yet drafting him like that, but no one should be surprised to see anything that's not nailed down sold in a fire sale. B Grandy, though, is still getting the error message. Well, GM2B Grandy, I had to refresh the page and close the dog app and come in. But yeah, you said you just got in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had to be a little persistent, but I also didn't want to delay the stream. So I'm glad it worked. Hey, Bukowski, GM to you. Hope you're having a great morning. Brian the Goober, great stream last night on his brother G for Gumby's channel. They did they ended their stream with a big board draft, which was absolutely awesome. It is fun to see people who have not been doing big boards since January 19th or whatever do them. It is kind of refreshing to see there are well-adjusted people out there who are like Omar Cooper Jr. And I'm like, oh, I am intimately familiar with Omar Cooper Jr. and his ADP rise, but appreciate you so much, Brian. It was a great stream as always last night with you and G for Gumby. Steven, GM, everyone. GM to you, Steven. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your day. We're still waiting for 2 in a big board. If anyone wants to get in, but appreciate you, Steven. Likewise, Willie MM, A-Chain, 40% target per route run season. Yeah, I mean, they can't only throw to Malik Washington and Theo Wees. Certainly the Dolphins will be adding someone in the draft, almost undoubtedly. I think, let's see, who do we got? Miami. Yeah, Atwell was the big signing. You know, if you want to be the smartest guy in the room, you can draft Tutu Atwell. Malik Willis, if anything, has a good deep ball. You could say that Tutu Atwell is going to be the Dolphins' deep threat. I'm not there yet. I'm not there with taking Miami Dolphin Tutu Atwell, but maybe, I don't know. But that's kind of your galaxy-brained Dolphin receiver now. Malik Washington, a little more of an underneath guy, and if you want to take Theo Wease. What a fun name, Theo Wease. I don't know, probably 0, but we'll see. Call me Misha GMTU. Hey, appreciate you, but his dog app is glitching. Yeah, I had to exit and come back in on my phone because it was working on my desktop and then my app wasn't working, but I was getting developer moded. So, the things we do to keep on drafting. But yeah, best of luck, Call me Misha. It seems like it's coming back around for everyone. Steven's in though. Excellent. Hey, Artillery Frost, GMTU. Appreciate you so much for coming in and hanging out this morning. Jake says, I found a day one big board that had a Waddle 77 and a Willis 173 stack. Turns out I took Nick. All's well that ends well. All's well that ends well. I mean, there is a reasonable chance that the answer of who to stack Malik Willis is nobody. And if you it could be, we could just be praying for rushing stuff. My current preferred stacking partner also could easily go to 0, and that is Greg Dulcich. I think when it was first suggested to me, I said some disparaging things about Greg Dulcich, but coming around to it, I'm like, they don't add anyone to that tight end room. Greg Dulcich is absolutely going to have a few games where he's hitting your lineup, and he's stone free. So currently, that is my that is who I would rather stack him with. But honestly, if we're taking Malik Willis, there's a good chance that the wide receiver one is one of these rookies that the Dolphins end up taking. And so it's just a question is, are they going to use one of their first round picks? Now they have pick 30. So they got a lot of options. Ultimate White Male asking me who I blame for Underdog spectacular fall from grace. I think it's just chasing the next big thing. I'm not super bullish on prediction markets. I feel like it's a bit of a loophole in the regulatory system that could very easily get closed, especially if the political winds shift. I think the hammer could come down on a lot of these things, and I just worry that they are not skating to where the puck is going, but they're skating to where the puck was. So that's my 2 cents, but that's somebody with absolutely no insight into Underdog. Mike Robb says vote Willis and Dulcich 28. Yeah, Willis Dulcich. All right, so now it says waiting. I hope this is not actually like broken. I probably shouldn't have. All right, now we're waiting. Numi help. Numi help. We're frozen. We'll see. Maybe this will start. Maybe this won't. We will find out. Steven will never play the prediction market. I agree with you. I feel like they seem a lot easier on the outside, but most people that do, I mean, the same with gambling, but most people that enter prediction markets lose. Like it's actually really hard to make money in prediction markets. I mean, yeah, you pay a little less vig in the sports markets typically, but sometimes there's not like tons of liquidity on a lot of these things. I don't know. I think it's some regulatory arbitrage that is not as permanent as some people think. Draft not filling everyone max, need more. Sweetly, if you are, come on, you know that we agree with that too. We agree with that point. So we are now in Underdog hell as the draft is frozen. All right, let me start attacking people on Discord. Let me see if I can try to get Numi's attention. Board filled. All right, let's see. The dreaded at new me message. It makes you seem so desperate, but frankly, we're sitting here in a lobby that's completely full. So we'll see. Willie says Underdog closing shop after taking all my money and bank. Yeah, you're trying to make it all back. They're leaving town. I don't think Underdog's going anywhere. I don't think draft games are going anywhere. We don't require very much, as I like furiously try to message new me. We don't really require all that much upkeep, and we are a good funnel to bring people in. So I think we're safe from that. I think we're going to be okay. Artillery Frost, prediction markets being legal are absolutely an artifact of how irrational regulations around gambling are. Yes, 100% true. You call it something else. It's like, it's the effect of like a prostitute saying, "No, officer, I was selling condoms for $50, and whatever else they got is free." It's like, no, it's gambling. You're just calling it. You're just doing it a different way, but the net effect is the same. What are we drafting? We're trying to draft a big board, B Spurf, but right now we are in we are frozen. And I don't know what's gonna happen. Mike Rob, so is it me or does the ultimate guy's comment never show in chat? Because if he's blocking people I have done nothing to ultimate white male, Mike Rob. I do not know. These things are well beyond my power. Jake says, I am draining my McCarthy to Pittsburgh cash on Kalshi in golf outrights every week. Yeah, golf will do that to you. Golf will do that to you. We're still waiting for this one to fill, but yeah, I think I'm doing two different, my one and dones. I have two one and done pools. I'm splitting them. Jacob Bridgman is pool 1, and Nick Taylor, the other pick. No, but you will not hear anybody touting Nick Taylor. I have listened to 6 golf podcasts. I have not heard his name mentioned once. He's like 37-1. To me, he's in this sweet spot. He's won 5 times on tour. Doesn't have great history here, but history is not super predictive at this course. I'm going a little off the board with one of my picks. I went off the board last week. It did not work, but I'm trying something different. So Jacob Bridgman, super chalky in one pool. Nick Taylor will be 1% owned in another, but that's my play. All right. All right, Sweetleaf, we're making some improvements behind the scenes. Are they? Is that what it says? Well, this is unfortunate, guys. I apologize. I don't have any clarity. I'm just trying to refresh and see if that does anything. The other problem with this is anyone who's like not in the stream here is going to end up like auto drafting. So this one is not going to be super fun. Bird Enthusiast says, Mike, you have to show all messages instead of top messages. For some reason, Ultimate's being flagged as spam. Ultimate is not spam. That's... Oh, he says, refresh app, it's moving. Oh, it's not moving for me. I see B. Grandy's comment. Refresh app draft just moved. All right, let me see. I'm trying to open a new one on the other one, but let's see. Because I have it open on my phone too, and it's not moving there. So this draft is probably going to end up getting canceled. Woof. Oh, I got a woof on another page. Disaster. Are you sure, B. Grandy? Because I've opened it now on 2 pages, and I'm getting the same thing. So I don't know. I hate when they do that. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't realize that was a thing. Good call. Now I see them. Okay. Well, that is yeah, I didn't know that was a thing either. That's pretty annoying. Beastburf says they are making updates. I still can't get on Android mobile. I had an Android before my iPhone, and I got mercilessly made fun of in my friend group chats to the point where I basically capitulated. And this iPhone I have sucks. People call me and it goes straight to voicemail half the time. The keyboard has decided that it doesn't know what I'm doing anymore, and it's like typing is impossible. It is a nightmare machine. I don't know what happened at Apple, but they have gone precipitously downhill with their iPhone, and now I just get it out of habit. Yeah, now I'm getting we're coming right back, but I appreciate everyone sticking around. I have to imagine. Yeah, it's no longer working on my phone. The app is wigging out. Say one guy is at 4 hours per pick. Oh yes. So where am I drafting in this draft? What's my pick? You can see the future. Beastburf, I'm in an NBA draft that's doing the same thing. Oh man. Well, this is not ideal. Time for some March Madness drafts. I don't know anything about anything in March Madness. All I know is I think I'm gonna pick Michigan to win it all. That doesn't even sound fun. Like saying that out loud isn't even fun. But I'm not gonna pick Duke because everyone wants to do that. But I saw some graph that had how good they are at offense and defense. I was like, I like where Michigan looks in this draft. No, Beastburf, they were relentless, man. They were harsh. They were harsh. All right. Yeah, this is a suboptimal situation here. Let me see if has Underdog tweeted anything? Now it says trying to load your location. Dear God. Dear God. All right. Yeah, this is not looking great. Underdog Drafts hasn't tweeted anything since tweeting a bunch of dominoes out. That's cryptic and unhelpful. DK $1, maybe Jake. Gunnar Ross, like and sub. If you're enjoying this great content here as we wait for Underdog to come back, please like and subscribe. We're here. I think I'm at 520 subs. We've been kind of a little bit of a wall of the subs, so hopefully we can get some more rocking in. But appreciate all of you so much for coming in and hanging out. I have 2 Underdog tabs on my iPad. One works and one don't. Yeah, and now my dog app is it was not working. Let me see. Oh, it started working again. Yeah, same thing. It says it's waiting. I'm surprised, B Grandy, that it told you were that you can actually like see the room. It's weird that it's different for both of us. Crutches notes, it's time to stream some craps. I have it on good authority. You essentially solved craps. So that is pretty sweet. Craps is one of those games that is so fun when you're at a table with your friends and you're winning. And then you wonder how it ever could go the other way. And then sometimes there's nothing worse in a casino than like a bad craps table. It is funny. It is funny when it goes south and it's just like silent and everybody's grumpy and like you don't like the way people are rolling and it's just the phone don't work. Yeah, no, nothing's working. But Sweetleaf notes that a new DK $3 25K contest out. So DraftKings has it right on this. DraftKings is just making the contest sizes reasonable, and then when they fill, they open a new one. I don't know why our friends in at Underdog can't do that, and I think they are probably well aware that they made a mistake with their little board. Yeah, I mean, craps is super fun. Never mind, was looking at the wrong draft. Forgot I got thrown in a slow draft. Okay. Yeah, fake news. Fake news. Ours is at a stalemate. But Crutches can make a pick and slows. Fire the main DK. All right. Yeah, I just didn't want to be... We're happening, apparently. Maybe. Draft starts in a minute. Will this work? Will this work? So we will see, but I got the 12 hole. That's what I get for complaining. If you're in here, hopefully you stayed in line. So here we go. Brian asks, Chad, how's the family son doing? Feels like no one ever. Hey, appreciate that, Brian. Son's doing great. He's pretty awesome. He's getting more and more chatty. He loves reading, so I spend most of my time with him reading books. He is really into that, and he's at a very cute age. He's at a very cute age where he starts talking like a lot. But appreciate you, Brian. I'm very lucky. I'm very, very lucky in the home life. Crutches does not like the DK sizes. I'm here for the bigger prizes. Fair, but at least they do have the main event. But when you've like maxed it, they have a good job with like the smaller stuff. Like the 5 max $33 contest is pretty fun. And the fact that they're willing to size it so that fills and reopens, I like. I don't actually know offhand what their first prize for their $10 is. I thought it was probably similar, but they're only 2 max instead of 3, so it might be different. I feel like I'm gonna like max this contest, and I like don't even know what the payout structure is. 6-seat final in that a $33 25K on DK. Yeah. DK has some good side contests for sure. All right, we're coming up. Hope we haven't seen too many people auto yet, but have to think my over under on auto drafters is 4 in this room. But so far people are cruising. I guess we'll see where Waddle goes. Waddle being the biggest news here. I personally think it's kind of net neutral for him. He's going from being the absolute unquestioned one to a very squirrely coach where the usage could be like extremely annoying, and having to contend with Sutton. Here, let me make my pick. Let me take Genty, and let's have a fun room. Let's do Genty Love. I'm not like fading A-Chain, but I do think A-Chain is very live to fall. I think there's a chance people start thinking that the Dolphins are going to reach total ecosystem collapse, and he falls. He's also very live to get traded. And you can wish cast a lot of different places for him, for better or worse. One of the more interesting targets I saw yesterday was like if the Bears wanted him. That would obviously be terrible for Swift. Probably send Monungai to the Shadow Realm. Would that be net positive? Probably, because that offense is going to score way more touchdowns than Miami is. Although you're going to end up in more of a split. I don't know. That would be kind of fun. Don't have any real insight onto what team would ultimately have to trade for him, but certainly could be on the move. Yeah, Bird Enthusiast, is he at 28? Is he at 28 in leg up? That's what I heard. I guess I could go over and look myself, but I'm being lazy. Emo Cowboy going to be super gun shy about the new Waddle price again. Yeah, me too. Sean Payton risk is real, and like Sutton is going to be so malcontent. It's going to be so annoying. You're going to get the random like squeaky wheel game where they have to give Sutton like 12 targets so that he stops complaining. Like it's just giga crowded, weird usage, a guy who's always in the blue medical tent anyway. I don't know. I have concerns. I prioritize Miami backup backs, says Terrence. First of all, Terrence, good morning to you. Appreciate you so much for coming in and hanging out. All right. I like the concept. I do feel like they could definitely draft somebody. And my problem is I think they both like absolutely stink out loud. Ollie Gordon is not very good, and Jalen Wright is worse. And an offense that's not going to score a lot. I mean, getting the RB1 for free does make sense. Like if you project A-Chain to leave. Just, I feel like there's a decent chance that the running back you'd actually want, A, may not exist, and B, might not be on the team yet. But who knows? I mean, if they start the season with Ollie Gordon and Wright as 1-2, then yeah, we should absolutely be taking them. I don't know if even on this tank commander team, I don't know if they're gonna do that. Like, they have to have some NFL level starters somewhere. Did our draft freeze, or is Das Brew Crew really taking his time? We might be frozen. That's okay. Yeah, Vikings. That would be electric. That would be really fun if he went to Minnesota. And it wouldn't really kill. I mean, it would kill Jones and Mason, or one of them at least, but not somebody who is a super high draft capital kind of player. Like, it doesn't kill a bunch of your teams if your guy at 150 ends up being, a zero, or a random spike week guy. Emo Cowboy, anytime we can ignore the full season stuff to hyper focus on underlying efficiency in situations where Waddle was solely the guy with McDaniels, you have to do it. I know you've been a bit of a Waddle bear through history, but I think he shouldn't really move. I think his draft, ADP was right when it was. Sweetleaf noting that DK $10 is $250K. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. But yeah, I think it's only 2 advance. Seattle, they might not have enough to trade for A-Chain. Yeah, I guess it just depends if their Dolphins want 2027 picks. But yeah, that would be wheels up if you went to Seattle. Waddle, soft AF, says ultimate whitemail. He does have a little Anthony Davis to him. It's pretty annoying. It is pretty annoying. Let me make sure on my phone that it's not just my I'm getting we'll be right back. Not great here, Underdog. Not great, but appreciate all of you. Yeah, we're still frozen with Das Brew Crew over there. Yeah, 28, wild. Emo noting Sean Payton has rotated wide receivers with Payton every year. Literal randos and QBs not that good or accurate. I know, exactly. You're just going to get squirrel risk. He's so squirrely. He's randomly going to decide that what this game script needs is Marvin Mims getting 9 catches out of the backfield while Waddle is running wind sprints. Like, there's just going to be annoying games where Waddle has 4 targets and the team throws 56 times. Like, it's just, Sean Payton hates us. He hates us. And if he finds out that leg up has Waddle at pick 28, he's not gonna use him just to screw us. He hates us that much. Chris says, I'm glad I'm only slow drafts on Underdog, so the problem shouldn't change that much. I already did my picks for anything when I was on the clock. Yeah. This is suboptimal here. B Grandy, we're stuck. We are stuck. That's okay. We're stuck together. It's like we're on a class field trip and the bus broke down, but you know what? We're all on the bus and we're still having fun. We don't care. The teacher's exasperated, but you know what? It's A-okay. Greg says probably not going to get enough for A-Chain to justify trading in preseason unless someone gets silly and offers a first. It does feel like there are teams that would offer a first, though, especially in a year where running back is so weak after Love. Like, I don't feel like a first for A-Chain is unreasonable, and if you have a team that's a contender and you're not super high on the draft class, I don't know. How old is A-Chain? He's 24. Like, that's RJ Harvey's age when he got drafted, like that's, I feel like you could definitely see a team doing that and it wouldn't be unreasonable, Emo, nothing to see here on the Dog app, folks. Fun draft games are not getting a downgrade, contrary to popular whiny belief. Untrue. They gotta do maintenance sometimes. What maintenance is, I don't know, but whatever it is, it's It's not good for us right now. Someone's got to be on the season. Oh, Josh Brew takes Trey McBride. So we are going in honor of St. Patrick's Day. McBride, he held up the parade here, but we're rocking and rolling. Yeah, who would be on the Dolphins season tickets right now? It's got to just be Malik Willis. Malik Willis and Theo Wees. 875 hours till NFL draft. Oh my God. Well, also I will be at the draft. If anyone's going to the draft, let me know. I'm so excited to be going there this year, and I'm gonna try to stream something from Pittsburgh. I'm excited to be out there. Maybe try to make some shorts. I'm not very good at YouTube shorts though, but maybe we'll get better before. Hey, GMTU. Appreciate you so much, PPR Tyler. Hope you're having a great start to your day. But I do note that you said Schefter tweeted sources teams that have called the Miami Dolphins to inquire about trading for Devon Achane and have been told he's not available. All right. I hope we're at least listening to offers. I don't know what would, why not? But that said, like, he's not old by any means. He could still be highly relevant. I'm going to say this optimistically when the Dolphins are good again. Again, it's been a while, but he's not like an aging veteran where he's got 1 or 2 more years. Like he's still pretty young. Chris said Duke already beat Michigan on a neutral court. Fair. I know nothing of college ball, Chris. I'm going to fill out a bracket and donate to my friends and family. But I will not be putting anything serious into it because I simply do not know ball. Although I will note G for Gumby and Brian the Goober filled out a bracket on their stream, and it was they know some ball. They know some ball. It was a good show to get caught up on. Giving a first for a 1-year rental kind of stinks unless you're Super Bowl ready. I guess. I mean, I assume it would be like a sign and extend kind of thing for a lot of teams. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense otherwise, but like for a team like Seattle, it feels like that would be pretty awesome. Beastburf, I guess they were trying to fix the bracket issues. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what the bracket issues were. I filled out a bracket and joined like the Pete's contest and the Badge Bros contest. I saw Mayo had one. I'm going to hop in that too. But yeah, today is bracket day after the stream's done. Yeah, he could demand a trade, but not a lot of people are like, where I need to leave is Miami. This is awful. I'm getting paid millions of dollars and living in Miami. Get me out of here. I don't know. Unless he really, really, really wants to win, a lot of people's lives are pretty rock solid there. All right, we got Genty in the love. I'll take Kyron, and I don't think I have a lot of Tet, but I'll take Tet this far past ADP, and then I'll pull up the board so we can watch where Jalen Waddle goes. Sweetleaf asked, "Why are you going to the draft?" Because I love the draft, and it's really fun. I went to the draft when it was in Nashville, and it was actually the Waddle draft, for what that's worth. It's really fun. The NFL does they set up all the like NFL experience stuff. It's just a good time. It's just a whole bunch of sweaty football nerds descend on the city, and it's just fun. It's just a good time. So I am excited to go, and especially this year now that the Finns have a little more draft capital, I'll have stuff to sweat out. When I went last time, I wasn't doing that. Was before I was in the best ball streets, so I didn't really, I was interested as far as I was doing season long and DFS, but I didn't really care where anyone went. Now I have like stands on these players. I'm going to be really excited on Saturday at like 4 p.m. when Emmett Johnson goes in the 5th round. Like I got stuff to sweat. Sweetleaf, I love the draft, but don't want to be around that many people at once. Looks so crowded. Yeah, it's you know what? I think there's a good chance that I spend more time at the draft on day 2 and 3 when it's way less crowded. Round 1 is, yeah, it's like a mob of people, but it really thins out if you're hanging out on the second, especially on the third day. You can get pretty close and not feel close. I don't love huge crowds either, Sweet Leaf, but it's for me, again, for so many of us, we care a lot about the day 2 and 3 people. So Good says, just need some Sweet Leaf to calm you down. I mean, that could go one of two ways. You could get calm, or you could just get absolutely overwhelmed, because it is a little bit of sensory overload at the draft. So it's I think I just got to notice that it's picture. Okay, no, that's tomorrow. God, got to notice it was picture day at school, and I sent the kid to school in like the most random shirt, and then I'm gonna get in trouble. But it's tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know, Goods. That could go south. Hartman, GM to you. Appreciate you so much, Hartman. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Where did Waddle go? Waddle went at pick 43 to the guy who froze the draft, Das Brew. So there we go. Almost a full round ahead of where he was at previously. And now the next thing to wonder is, where does Cortland Sutton go? Because he is now plummeting down draft boards. All right, DJ Moore goes pick 58. The sidekick's kind of intriguing. It wants me to take Carnell Tate and then Monty. Very interesting there. I'm going to take Tate and then see what it wants me to do. I mean, I'm always intrigued by the quarterbacks in this range. I think Jaden Daniels is underpriced. Part of me thinks we just giga slap it up and we take both of these rookie receivers. Wide receiver has sneakily gotten a lot harder late in drafts. I feel like it used to be a lot easier, but a lot of the rookies we like, that your Omar Coopers, have gotten pushed up. Some of the other late targets have bubbled up. Downs is more expensive than he was. And it's in the Denver guys are now undraftable. I'm not going to take any Bryant or Mims. I think they're just, is it possible one of them is decent with like a spike week or two? Maybe, but now we're taking at best a wide receiver 3. That's really, really not great to me. So I'm pretty much out on those guys. And they felt like comfy enough, like Mims and Bryant. Now, in Troy Franklin, Troy Franklin feels like super dead right now. Sweet Leaf says A. I hope that's the draft grade you're giving me. I'm assuming it's not, but it would be. I'm gonna tell myself you're giving me an A here. Fanatics' big sale ended. However, if you are a Falcons or Tua fan, they are putting the Dolphins Tua jerseys are $19.99 on Fanatics. This includes the throwbacks, which are beautiful, but they're only available in like really big sizes. I already own a Tua jersey, but if you are in the market for comedic value jerseys, or like the authentic NFL ones, the Tua Dolphins jerseys have hit the sale mark, and they must have so many of them because there's 4 variants and they're all $19.99, including the beautiful throwbacks, which I am a sucker for. Well, Waddle Dolphins jersey's not on clearance just yet, but that has to be coming. Bukowski says these Waddle takes are very decisive. I've seen them go from one extreme to another. I guess for me, I just think his ADP was correct and he shouldn't move. I don't know if that's the extreme case. I just think he should be going in the 50s. But I definitely see a lot of annoying games from Waddle. And he also is going to have some smash games. I mean, it is an offense that is going to, or should be, pretty good, that we want pieces of. So it's not somebody I want none of, for sure. Jets drop bombs. Buongiorno from Pompeii. Good luck. Hey, appreciate you, Jets drop bombs. Have fun in Pompeii. That is so cool. I've only been to Milan in Italy and the northern part of Italy. I've never been to. I'm actually exposing myself. I don't know where Pompeii is, but I haven't been to like Rome or Sicily or anything. So I have not, and I have not been to Pompeii. But that seems like a really cool trip. Willie says Franklin will be alive as soon as Waddle from the medical tent in week 1. The thing about Waddle is he doesn't really miss that many games. He just misses like quarters. You'll just get the notice in the second quarter. Waddle's gone to the locker room, and then it'll be like 7 minutes left in the third, and like you'll see like a Waddle 7-yard reception. And you're like, well, I guess he's back out there. B. Grandy says anyone has a price. I'll take Cortland Sutton at pick 76. So that's where Sutton goes in this draft. We got a little clump of quarterbacks here. This little box of 4. So a few people up to 2 quarterbacks. A bunch of us still have 0. We'll see what Small Batch LLC and EM11 does. I don't think that's Empire Maker 2, from poker and DFS fame. I don't believe that's who that is, but if that is, someone let me know who knows ball. I'm going to take Mahomes here. And then what does the machine want me to do? I'm surprised it doesn't want a running back more. I think I kind of prefer Algier in this range. I'm with the market and against the sidekick. I'm going to grab Algier, I guess. I timed out. I think I don't know. Part of me was going to flop back to wide receiver, but alas, we whiffed. Call me, Misha. I swear I picked Demont, and right after I got logged out of the app, when I logged in, it said I had picked Jaden Daniels, and then the drafted me had taken Demont. Misha, it sounds like you just got Mandela, and this was like a fork in the universe. So now we exist in the universe where you took Jaden Daniels. Somewhere there's now another timeline where you took David Montgomery, and everything is different. So hopefully this is the good one. Welcome. And I don't know though. That's weird. That's really weird. It wouldn't surprise me if these drafts were a little buggier than normal. Sweetleaf might go to see Frank Caliendo do a comedy show Tuesday, April 21st, 7 p.m. in Pittsburgh. That is so specific, Sweetleaf. That is the most specific information ever given on this channel. His NFL impersonations are great. Kuiper, Berman, yes. I have not thought of Frank Caliendo in a really long time, so I'm glad he's still out there doing it. I hope he's still doing John Madden, who has not been with us for a very long time. But that is great, Sweetleaf. I hope you enjoy that. Greg says that Waddle salute to service Nike jersey is going to be dope in like 3 months. RIP. I'm telling you, man. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I am very live to get a dusty Waddle jersey. I'm already wearing a dusty Shaq Leonard Colts jersey that I got from the Fanatics sale. They were selling some beautiful jerseys for not a lot of money, and so I got some new stuff to wear on stream, which I'm excited about. Because I can't resist a good bit jersey. Shaq Leonard, not really a bit, but I've always thought the Colts had nice jerseys and never had a reason to get one. All right. By the way, never went over who was in the room. We got B Grandy at the 4. We got Brooklyn Bum at the 7. We've got Call Me Misha, aka Texas Fox, at the 8, and myself at the 12. If anyone else is in here, though, let me know. B Grandy, though, he can't resist. He gets Sutton and Nix on the team, denying the Waddle drafter, the Brew Crew here from the Waddle Nix newest stack out there. So we see that come together. The machine is asking me to take Stafford to pair with Kyron. Don't know if we're going to do that or not. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, wide receiver has gotten very difficult in these in these mid rounds now, I have to say. We'll see what small batch does. QJ has been falling in a lot of the drafts I'm in, which is kind of interesting. He's been moving down pretty heavily down draft boards. The machine wants me to take Stafford. I don't love it. I don't really love Stafford without Puka or Adams, but you know what? I'll do it. I'll listen to the kick because I'm at the turn. It's pretty weird. It can be pretty tough to take quarterback. Quarterback can get a little weird on us here. So let's do that, and then Jaden Reed. We, of course, did not get Love, so it would have been nice to get Love and Reed at the turn, but Love went earlier. So we add Jaden Reed to the team. Still don't have a tight end, but that's okay. I don't think we needed to grab one there. Dalton Kincaid has fallen a little, which I don't really understand why that's happened. I don't know what has come out to make that to make him come down in ADP, but we shall see. We shall see. All right, next picks are 132, 133. Again, that's kind of a weird range for tight ends. There's not really much there. Dallas Goedert back in Philly. Brenton Strange. Maybe I'm guessing the kick is going to want us to take Travis Kelce with that turn pick. That's my prediction. Indeed, Chris. Underdog is back. We are back. So thank goodness. We were in some trouble if they did not come back. But appreciate all of you for sticking through all of that. We basically almost had to wait nearly a half hour, but we got through it. And so thanks again, everyone, for sticking with the stream. So, also, it's been 46 minutes. I have not really asked if you can like and sub. I don't know how many likes we have. It might not be super high, but if you can like the stream, these things help. Subscribe to the channel. That helps too. If you want to become a member, support even more, that would be amazing. You, of course, get your own candle. And that's who knows what's coming in the future, but want to do some member streams, some stuff for the members. Still in progress, but really appreciate all of you for supporting the stream and my dream of bringing content and hanging out with you guys more, because this is I love doing this stuff. Bird enthusiast, future Ram, Makai Lemon. I didn't even want to say that, there's a world where one of Tate or Lemon goes to the Rams, because that felt, that felt possibly fallacious there. But yeah, I've seen that mocked. I've seen that mocked every now and then. So we will see. Hey, Ultimate White Male, gifting a membership. That is awesome. Appreciate you so much, Ultimate White Male. I don't know how I see who got the member, but thank you. That is truly appreciated. Thank you for doing that. So, you were the first super chat on the channel. Now you're the first one to gift a member. So a couple of firsts here for Ultimate White Male, but thank you so much for doing that. Greg says, I don't know if I deserve pyrotechnic. Oh my God, you got it. My lighter is not at the desk. So I'm going to finish the draft, and then we will have to do that, but you will get your pyrotechnics, Greg. But appreciate both of you so much. That's awesome. A perfect recipient of the gifted membership is Greg here. All right. Well, thank you all so much. You've certainly made my morning here even more than getting Matt Stafford at an 8-pick ADP discount. All right, let's see what the kick wants us to do. It likes Josh Downs. I like Josh Downs. We'll see if we get Josh Downs. He is definitely to me in a kind of a tier of his own in this range, and his ADP has climbed quite a bit. If we don't get Downs, we absolutely take Tyler Shuck, I think. If we do get Downs, Daniel Jones, pick 149. We would need a little bit of puck luck to get Downs back to us. All right. Let's take Downs here. I don't mind Mendoza. Mendoza with Genty is somewhat interesting to me. So let's do Downs, and I will take Mendoza. I think Mendoza Genty is kind of interesting. It does have Kelsey at this point. You know what? Let's not panic about quarterback. Let's take Travis Kelsey to pair with Mahomes. So for the audio listeners, we've got Mahomes, Stafford, Genty, Jeremiah Love, and Kyron Williams, Tyler Algier. Wide receiver room of Tet, McMillan, Carnell Tate, Mekhi Lemon, Jaden Reed, and Josh Downs, and then Travis Kelsey. We're going to run into a situation where we are very live to just miss on Bryce Young with Tet and Daniel Jones with Downs. Brissett with Algier is... Algier really doesn't catch passes, so that's not something I'm super duper into. But you never know. Maybe they utilize him a little bit differently there, but it's not like Mendoza with Genty. Genty, we know, is a electric pass catcher, so we will see there. Oh my gosh, B Grandy, new member. Appreciate you so much, B Grandy. All right, now I definitely have to get the lighter. I think, you know what? I think I can run down before my next pick and grab that. So let me do that. Because otherwise it's gonna be a whole thing. So, oh my God, I'm tangled in my cords. Not great. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Oh my God, now I tangled this cord hopelessly. All right. Well, appreciate all of you. My audio stopped working in my headphones. All right, first of all, we got to get Greg from Ultimate White Male. So Greg, I'm writing you on your candle here, Greg. Gifted. Because we don't want to forget Ultimate White Male on here. Gifted from Ultimate. I'm going to run out of room on this candle. Ultimate White Male. And it's 3/18/26. All right. So we'll do that one. First of all, light the candle. I got to close the door. Air conditioner kicked on. All right. Here we go. You are now lit. Thank you so much again. Appreciate that. And hopefully this works. Give me 1 second. Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to make my pick. And then it's we'll try to put on candle cam. We'll see if that works. All right, Bryce Young, though, is probably coming to me here. The machine wants CJ Stroud, but I can't imagine passing Bryce Young, who is my wide receiver one here. So we're going to take that first. And then, man, it is between C-Rod and Keaton Mitchell. I think they're both really intriguing picks here. I'm gonna take Chris Rodriguez. I like both of them. If I didn't want another quarterback, I was definitely live to take both of them. But we'll take Chris Rodriguez. We'll leave Keaton Mitchell to someone else. The machine was yelling at me to take a tight end, but I'm going to IKB that just a bit. If ETR says Chris Rodriguez is the starting running back in Jacksonville, I'm just never going to pass on him in round 14. I will take that that risk there. So that's where I stand on that particular issue. All right, let's see. All right, there we go. Candle cam. We've got our candle here burning. Yeah, my chicken scratch handwriting, but appreciate you so much, Greg and Ultimate White Male there. We'll make sure we go back to candle cam every now and then. No, this is not OSHA compliant. I actually need to get a fire extinguisher in the room here. But B Grandy, not to be outdone. Hold on. Not to be outdone. All right, here we go. B Grandy, appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming in. B Grandy, I know you've been with the channel for a long time, so really appreciate you. As has Greg, of course. So B Grandy. 318 26. Thanks again. We'll go over your team in a second here. I saw you just took Pat Bryant at 165. B Grandy, explain yourself. Now we're making the new members explain their draft picks, because I am very nervous about Pat Bryant here. But B Grandy, you're now lit. I'll put you here. Next to Greg's. So appreciate you so much, B Grandy here. And now we got candle cam. Oh, there, you guys are like out of frame here. All right, there we go. All right, I might have to like mirror. I might have to mirror candle cam because otherwise you can't read it. You might not be able to read it anyway because my handwriting's so bad. But that's why we type things these days. It was about time. Yeah, I appreciate you, B Grandy. Thank you so much. You're on the clock now, though. Harry Carson jersey. This is a Shaq Leonard jersey. Go AZ Cards. This is Shaq Leonard, and it was because it was on clearance. I also think Shaq Leonard was a really good player, cut short by injury, and I like the jersey here. All right, the sidekick is yelling at me. Please take a tight end. I'm probably going to agree. B Grandy thinks Waddle sucks. Well, if you think Waddle sucks, then absolutely take Pat Bryant. I think Pat Bryant is good, and I was actually kind of bummed to take him off the board. I will say this, that Sutton is a notorious kind of malcontent, and I have not heard anything to say he's going to grumble his way out of town, but it would not shock me if he grumbled his way out of town. They did just pay him, so maybe he won't, but I don't know. He's kind of mercurial, so we'll see what happens. It's possible not all the chips have fallen. I would have taken Chig. I am kind of disappointed to have basically no Chig in my life. David Njoku, rumored to have visited, not rumored, he visited the Ravens, which feels like it would not be great for anybody involved, him or sorry, let me just draft Trey Tucker. Oh, but I don't have Mendoza. This isn't a Mendoza team. I'd rather have Zachariah Branch. All right, we'll take Zachariah Branch here over Tucker. Which wouldn't be good for Mark Andrews, is what I'm trying to say. Dear God, that would be kind of annoying. There, I don't know how much Njoku has left in the tank. The fact that he hasn't signed yet makes me think the NFL kind of agrees with that perception. But that said, now we're in the 16th round. NFL tight ends can play deep into their career. There is no shame in losing your job to our duck-footed king, Harold Fannin. So, it might not be the worst thing. We did see Likely get there in different days with Mark Andrews. So, might not be the end of the world. Certainly, if the Ravens don't bring in another wide receiver, Njoku definitely is live to be a decent fantasy option. But I know yesterday we were talking about the Ravens being a team that could use some draft capital on some, bring someone in along with Flowers there. All right, let's check in on friends and family. First of all, B. Grandy with Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, T. Higgins, Colston Loveland, Quinshon Judkins. He gets the Burrow Chase stack there. Sutton, Dowdle, Bo Nix. So he gets the Nix, Sutton. And then, I see. And so you took Bryant too, because you have had Nix, Matthew Golden, Kincaid. Man, I love Kincaid at pick 124. Debo, we'll see where Debo goes. Emmett Johnson, guy I was hugely overweight on. Hopefully get some decent draft capital. B. Grandy, you are putting your money where your mouth is with Bryant and Franklin. Just saying, Waddle stinks. And so you've loaded up on all the other Denver wide receivers. I guess not Mims yet, but we'll see. Dylan Sampson to round it out. Nice team there, B. Grandy. It tells a story, and that story is Jalen Waddle is injured or bad. All right, let's see. Brooklyn Bum. I don't know if you're in here, Brooklyn Bum, today. If you are, let me know. Misha, let's see what you did. Lamb, Walker, Javante. So stacking Dallas. I don't see Dak on here. So Dak did not make it to you back at 80. Devonta Smith, DeAndre Swift, and then Daniels and T-Law. You did get Jacoby Myers, and you were a beneficiary of my slow fingers because I was going to take Myers where I took Algier. So there you go. Wandale, Gainwell, Rashad White, mixing White with Daniels. McMillan, Cam, Ward. So 3 QBs through 13. See that a lot. Barner, Bigsby, Naylor. And now coming back up on the clock. Aaron Rodgers goes pick 199. Gunnar Helm to the Cam Ward drafter. Makes a lot of sense. You see that. I had heard some people suggesting Njoku to the Titans. I would hate that as someone who is overweight on Gunnar Helm. I'm really hoping they turn the tight end keys over to him. Hey, Perfectly Cromulent, busy morning, wanted to drop in, run up the likes, wish you good luck drafting. Hey, appreciate that so much, Perfectly Cromulent. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. And best of luck in the chess streets. I played a couple games yesterday, and it was fun. I cracked 2050 again. We're trying to break 2100 and hold it. And I just can't hold the line there. But hopefully. Maybe it's because I play D4. I'll have to talk to Chess Liam, though. We'll see. All right. The machine wants us to take Elijah Surratt. I think I actually agree with this. Surratt and Singleton. I don't think I have reason to argue with the good folks at Leg Up. So let's see. Does it continue to recommend Singleton? It does. They must be really out on Katron Allen. Allen is deep in the depths there. So we'll take Singleton. We're up to a 3-6-7-2. Mahomes, Stafford, Bryce Young, Ashton Genty, Jeremiah Love, Kyron Williams, Tyler Algier, Chris Rodriguez, and Nick Singleton. So it's pretty strong running back room here, in my opinion. We might just end at 6. Tet McMillan, Carnell Tate, Mekhi Lemon, Jaden Reed, Josh Downs, Zachariah Branch, Elijah Surratt. This is one of the more heavy rookie wide receiver rooms that I've drafted. I think I don't end up a lot of 2 out of 3 of Tate, Lemon, Tyson. Don't do that too often. But just the way the draft board fell, it made sense here. Also, might end up doing it more now that Sutton is fallen kind of well behind those 3. But we'll see. Yeah, and then Branch, Surratt. So very young wide receiver room. And then Travis Kelce and Eli Stowers. So I would have to say this is way more rookies than an average draft of mine has. But again, we're drafting 150 teams. They're not all going to look the same. I don't want them to all be the same. I'm going to have teams where I have 1 rookie, and then I'm going to have teams like this where I have like 8. So we will see. Actually, I don't know if I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I have 7 rookies. We'll see if we can get up to 8. Oh my goodness. Go AZ Cards, a new member. Go AZ Cards. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Go AZ Cards. And it means a lot because I know you're not in these pre-draft streets. So, hanging out here. Thank you so much. It's awesome. I am so hopeful. I'm so hopeful that we get to hang out again at the Dog Bowl in 2026. I am going to make another run at it. I hope you do too, and I hope we both land there because it was so good getting to hang with you. So again, appreciate you, Go AZ Cards. It means a ton to have you as part of the stream. Now let me get a candle. I gotta move this closer. All right, this is a good one. I'm gonna try to use some better penmanship. We'll see though. We'll see. All right, Go AZ Cards. Go AZ Cards. 3/18/26. Sweet. All right, here we go. Here we go. Thank you, Go AZ Cards. Appreciate you. You're now lit. You're now in very good company here, along with Greg and B Grandy. So thank you so much. We'll turn on the we'll switch over to Candle Cam for a second here. Again. So there we go. Again, the only best ball stream with open flame. You got it here. Ultimate White Male, you're right. We're a couple members away from setting off sprinklers. You know, the state of Maryland, all new home constructions have to have sprinklers in them. I did not know this. My house is not brand new and does not have sprinklers, but yeah, they passed a law. And so now it's like being in a public building. Every house has to have them. I don't know. Seems like a lot. It seems like a lot. Getting woken up by the sprinklers going off in your own home sounds miserable, but I guess it'd be better than your house burning down. All right, we're on the clock. What do we want to do, guys? I'm kind of intrigued by Darnell Washington, so maybe we'll take a Washington share. And you know, the machines recommends Ted Hurst a lot. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take Ted Hurst here over Jacoby Lane. I don't have a ton of Jacoby Lane, so we'll take Ted Hurst here. We will take Ted Hurst. So there it goes. There is this team. We got 3-6-8-3. We got Mahomes, Stafford, Bryce Young, Genty, Jeremiah Love, Kyron, Tyler Algier, Chris Rodriguez, Nick Singleton, Tet McMillan, Carnell Tate, Mekhi Lemon, Jaden Reed, Josh Downs, Zachariah Branch, Elijah Surratt, and Ted Hurst. So only 3 veteran wide receivers, 5 rookies. Pretty darn slappy. And then Travis Kelce, Eli Stowers, and Big Darnell Washington. I agree, Greg. It sounds like an insurance nightmare because those tanks and stuff can leak, and you got all this like extra pipes going through your house. I don't know. Let's make sure homes are too expensive for people to buy. I think I was talking to someone. They said it adds like $5,000 to the cost of a home. It's like, well, we'll see. Go AZ Cards. Scat, 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 scat. Oh, I guess for people on YouTube, they might actually get to see the emojis. I don't see that. That's just weird. Me yelling out scat. I'm assuming that's the scat. I'm gonna try to add some more emojis too. And by gonna try, I mean I am gonna add some more emojis. I just again, this is a one-man operation here. Yeah, exactly, Chris. It just makes the cost of like entry-level homes like quite a bit more. So let's see. B Grandy, let's check back in on, you know what, this will be easier. All right, Misha, how'd you end your team? After Gunnar Helm, you added Flournoy, Tonjes, and Jahan Dotson. I like that. Jahan Dotson, where did he go? He moved somewhere. Didn't he? Dotson? I didn't think he was. Yeah, he's on the Falcons now, right? Yeah, he's on the Falcons. This still says Philly, so they haven't updated that. But yeah, kind of interesting. Kind of interesting there. I haven't seen him get taken, but why not? And then B Grandy. After Samson, you added Auden, Brazel, Ollie Gordon. We talked about him at the beginning of the stream. 100%. And then Isaiah Bond. He's a guy that I take. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly worried Cleveland doesn't draft another rookie, but I think Isaiah Bond still is a fun upside click. Like he could just have those those kind of Rashid Shahidi spike weeks. If we see him take a step in his second year, he really got deprived of I think a lot of the mini camp stuff. I can't remember exactly when he signed, but he had that assault case that got dismissed or no papered, and probably would have gotten drafted if that wasn't all looming over him. So maybe we see, he just is going to develop a little slower. But I'm happy to take Isaiah Bond in round 20. Yes, go AZ Cards. We do need the some kind of Trekkie emoji. I'll have to figure out what makes sense. Appreciate you, Greg. Call me. Yeah, Atlanta. There we go. All right, that was fun. That was fun, and that took way longer than a normal draft does. But you know what? It's gonna tell me I'm in developer mode. Nope, it didn't. All right, waiting for two. Waiting for two. If you want to get in, now is your chance. But appreciate all of you. And there we go. We're off. We are off and running. We're off and running. All right, we switch this. Switch to some night driving. All right, we're in the 2-hole. All right. I feel like on stream, I never get these picks on the left side of the board. Oops. All right, we're back. So we got Blueless in the room. Is that it? Nobody else made it in? If anyone else got in, let me know. Otherwise, I apologize. This one filled pretty quick. There's just nothing we can do. Go AZ Card says more maintenance costs, but a sprinkler system seems like a nice extra security blanket. Hopefully it comes with an insurance discount. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure whatever that is not enough to offset the added cost of having it. But I just, so many of these houses in Maryland are older. Like, especially in the city, houses are 100 years old. Like these, how much maintenance? Like these sprinkler systems, I can't imagine. Like in 20 years, they're probably like gonna leak. It just feels like it's gonna cause all kinds of headaches and problems in the 20, 30 years from now. And a lot of homeowners aren't very proactive on these things. But hey, we will see. We'll take Jahmyr Gibbs. We will take Jahmyr Gibbs. It feels like something that seems like a good idea, and then in practice, it's like, this is really not actually that great. Should every house have a security, a sprinkler system? Sure, why not? And then it's like, I don't know. Chris asking prefabs and mobile homes. I do not know. I do not know. But it's all single family homes, and I'm sure apartments already had to. But I don't know. I don't know what the kind of cutoff was for them. All right, but we get Gibbs at the 2. CMC goes at the 5 in this one. So that's the first notable thing. Goes ahead of JSN and JT in this drafter, but it is a no badger. So sometimes they march to their own badgeless beat. All right. And it's Blueless in here. Blueless, are you in the chat today? Been in the last 2 drafts. I think you're out there. If you are, you got to say something. But if you are, you got Jamar Chase in at the 4 on this one. And we will see if anything else happens. The other thing in the first round, we've seen a lot of Justin Jefferson. There he goes at pick 10. That might even be his new ADP. Let me see. Old man game. Yeah, 10.7. So he is officially moved into the first round here. Oh, there you are, Blueless. I knew you were out there somewhere. Glad you made it into this one. Sorry I didn't look at your team last time. I wasn't sure if you were just drafting or lurking, but now I know. Now I know we're in here. Go AZ Card. State was preparing for candles members total 5,000. That's a lot of candles. Yeah, exactly. Go AZ Cards. I'm gonna have to move a fire extinguisher into this room if this keeps getting out of hand here. Malik Neighbors goes at 13. He's another guy who is rising on the news that his injury outlook is better than some of the very early offseason stuff. Seems like he's pretty much going to be ready for everything which there was some concern, I think, when the contest opened in January and early February. But the latest stuff from him has been all fairly positive for Malik Neighbors. So not too surprised to see him up to 13. All right. And now after that, everything is kind of back to normal. We will see where Love, Henry, Walker go, if any of those fall to us or not. Again, I haven't picked a ton from the left side of the board. I've been it's been a while, and honestly, I'm so low on drafts that I've stopped drafting Underdog off stream. So all of the drafts that I'm doing on Underdog are on stream, including the bigger board. Davis did one, and so it was on that stream. But yesterday he fired a bigger board, and we hopped in that one. And I like the team I ended up with. I feel like it came out pretty good. I generally try to avoid stream drafts that are not my stream because they're difficult. And I also, man, Trey McBride would be really nice here. Let's see what Tay gives us. We don't get Trey McBride. You know what? I'll take Bowers. I'll take Bowers. That makes me feel better if I end up with Mendoza too, and I like Mendoza, so we'll take Bowers there. We'll see what Shamazing does. Part of me was going to just take Chase Brown, but some people are kind of out on Chase Brown, so there was a chance he came back to me here. We'll see what happens. Go AZ cards. I like the 1.10 start. 2 QBs you can stack at reasonable prices. That was the Jefferson Nico drafter. Yeah, I agree. That is always nice when you can easily get your first round pick. You know what? We do so many 2 running back starts. Let's do Chris Olave. Let's do Olave. That Saints team is kind of fun, and he had some really nice games with Tyler Shuck. He shed the label of guy who can't score touchdowns that he kind of had. So we will we'll play a little bit of a different team. We'll go Gibbs, Bowers, Olave. I probably don't have any teams that start that way. But yeah, I agree with you, Go AZ cards, on that. I mean, Goff here, he lines up. I think his ADP is like exactly 105, isn't it? It's where are you, Goff? 105. Yeah. So, you know, it is one where if you get Amon-Ra or Jefferson and Collins, like you can make those stacks pretty naturally without having to reach. Kyler's ADP is a little bit in flux. 130. I think he's now ahead of that, isn't he? Kyler. Yeah, 112. So actually, man, that is so early. Yeah, I guess that lines up with pick 111 here. So we're seeing some of those natural pairings come together. Certainly something to think about. Malik Neighbors, similar situation if you take him here. Dart at 84. That seems about right, isn't it? Dart at 85. So the back half of the board, if you don't go running back, you have a pretty good shot of pairing at least one of your wide receivers without having to reach too much. All right, let's see. Blueless with Jamar Chase, Ken Walker, Travis Etienne. A nice start there from Blueless. I like all those guys that you took out of the 4-hole. I considered taking Etienne over Olave, but again, wanted to try something a little bit differently here. Bucky at pick 35, though, man, I might end up with 0 Bucky in pre-draft. We'll see. Yeah, Blueless correcting my pronunciation. Travis, and I don't think he said H. He said like A-chain. Like, no, I'm just gonna keep calling him Travis Etienne. I can't do it. I've been saying it Etienne for so long. He has a brother that's come in. Nobody corrected when he came along. It's too many A-chains. It's got to be a bit. Bushnell says, you know what's not too many? Is 4 running backs. Dear God. 4 running backs through 4 rounds. A-chain, Genty, Bucky, Kyron, in an old man game, pissing next to him. Jefferson, Nico, Tet McMillan, Ladd, McConkey. I mean, my goodness. The yin and yang of Old Man Game and Bushnell over there. Takes all kinds. And this room is certainly giving that to us. All right. We're at least in a position where we can do pretty much whatever we want. The only pick that might be odd is if we took Colston Loveland, because double elite tight end is somewhat disfavored of a strategy. But you never know. You never know what we'll do here. We could get a little loose. We'll see what happens, especially with a running back being kind of weird over on the loop back. My preference, I would have loved to get one of Burden or Devonta Smith. Unlikely for that to happen. There goes both of them. I don't really like Travion Henderson. Yeah, this has become a really tricky range for me. Travion goes. You know what? Disfavored strategy be damned. I'm going to take Loveland. Let's go Bowers Loveland. I have said this before. The time to try things like double elite QB, double elite tight end are in the big board when you can hit home runs in the late rounds, not knowing landing spots. So we're going to try it. We are going to give it a go on this particular team. And then let's take our guy Scat. Let's take our guy Scatabo and say that it is the Jeremiah Love thing is just that. Smoke and mirrors. Go Easy Cards noting that Terry has to rise for BBM. He certainly could. If I didn't take Loveland, I was going to take McLaurin there. I agree that I think he's a bit underpriced. I don't know. I kind of just wanted to do a double elite tight end team here, so we will see. Copy paste Slade, also not bad if Bowers Loveland if they both drop 20 week 17. See, that's the thing. These are two guys that could easily hit your flex. And I don't feel like there's that big a drop off between Loveland and the receivers that are going after him. I think you could argue McLaurin was a little bit of a tier break, but Loveland was just smashing at the end of the season. And again, we're going to be taking rookies in round 17 through 20 that are going to be round 10 to 12 picks in BBM. We just don't necessarily know who. So if we get that right, and then we have massive production from the onesie position, and we deny the room, one of those elite tight ends. I like this more in the big board than I do in BBM because we have so much more information and it's so much harder to hit those home runs in the late rounds. So I do like trying this now, and it might not work, but again, we're trying to win a very large contest. So I will get uncomfortable every now and then. Blue list, he added Devonta Smith, who again I really quite like, and Devontae Adams, who I'm not as big a fan of. So a little smattering of both on the Chad Cancel side of the world. Beggs says, I am not going to risk trying to get Dart at 84. I am going to lock down my stack right now. So he takes Dart at 60. Very aggressive. Third pick off the board is Jackson Dart here. Bushnell says, you know what's better than 4 running backs through 4 is 5 running backs through 6. My God, Bushnell is hog maxing, but old man game. He says, I may be an old man, but I do not have to wake up in the middle of the night to piss because I am pissing all day, every day. 6 receivers through 6. Like it is 2024 BBM 4. Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, Ted McMillan, Ladd McConkey, Carnell Tate, Makai Lemon. Dear God, a true piss boy in the wild, people. You see it here. You will need 20 points flex when you're running back 2, wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3 score less than 10. It could all go wrong. We're doomed. It could all go wrong, Go Easy Cards, but we'll see. We may be made to suffer. It may be our lot in life, but we are going to try. We're going to try some double elite tight end. Knifey notes it's the famous Chad Can. Indeed. I don't know about famous, but it is me. It is I, Chad Candles. Jaden Daniels is going to go to the McLaurin drafter here. Oh, no, he's not, because the McLaurin drafter's after me. And Blue List took him anyway. Okay. Oh, man. The machine is like take a quarterback, please. Please, let's see what Tay does. See what Tay does. What's crazy to me is it has Hurts, Burrow, and Drake May ahead of Caleb, like so aggressively. I'm gonna take Jerry Rice here, aka Michael Wilson. I'm really a Michael Wilson truther, guys, unfortunately. And I'm going to assume Schmeezing doesn't take like 2 quarterbacks. My preference would be Hurts, then Caleb. But part of me also, it's a little weird being like, oh, I need to stack my tight end too. I think I'm going to go Hurts. The sidekick says Hurts. I'm going to blame the sidekick. But there we go. So we got Hurts, Gibbs, Scatabo, Chris Olave, Michael Wilson, Brock Bowers, Colston, Loveland. So we took a lot of detours from running back and wide receiver. So we're going to see what happens. Jake says, do you think anyone around 20 is going to pay off around 10 ADP? I think the gems are uncovered. I guess where I would disagree is like last year, Woody Marks was, nobody was talking about pre-draft. Like he was kind of a meme because Hayden, like initial ranks had him high because he's a USC alum. And then he went from, I think the day the big board opened, his auto rank was like 150. And by the time the big board closed, he was undrafted. He was like in the 220s, like he wasn't taken. And then when BBM came along and Houston had traded up to get him, he was now, what was he, 120s, 130s? So my point is more, all it takes is one team to fall in love with Katron Allen or Singleton or Ott or Black. One of these guys we're not taking, and then all of a sudden they're like skyrocketing. So yeah, I think we did a good job moving Omar Cooper Jr., who now is mocked in the first round, out of round 20. But I don't know if we uncovered every single riser yet. So that's where I would disagree. I think we've uncovered the easier to find ones. Now what we're going to learn are the team player takes. Like some team just might fall in love with some player that we're all collectively kind of like, oh, him? Like, okay, sure. I guess now we have to take him because he's the RB2 in, Seattle or something. So that's my thought there. But yeah, it probably was easier to do this in January, right, than now. And I think that kind of goes to the whole point of trying this in the big board. And I guess if you're going to try it in the big board earlier, and the big board is later than the big board. All right. So we got Hurts. He's going to be pretty tough to stack, other than maybe Goddard later. But I can't take another tight end before the last round. I think that would be really aggressive. Although it has Sam Laporta, the sidekick, up really high. I'm pretty surprised it is that frothy on Laporta there. I would love to get Tony Pollard here, but we'll see what Blueless and Tay leave us. Yikes! It got so picked over. Just gets it. The running back landscape is so much harder. Blueless takes Laporta. Tay, please leave me Tony Pollard. He takes Kyle Monungai. All right, let's take Pollard here. Again, let's take Pollard. Thank you, sidekick. All right, so we take Pollard. The machine wants us to take Purdy. I can't get there. I need a wide receiver so bad. I was going to say I want one of Pittman or Godwin. All right. I think I prefer Godwin to the other guys here. With Mike Evans leaving, Godwin was getting targeted quite a bit on his return. He didn't seem fully healthy, but I'm kind of in on that. So we will see what happens. For the audio listeners, we got a 1-3-3-2. Jalen Hurts, Jahmyr Gibbs, Cam Scatterbo, Tony Pollard, Chris Olave, Michael Wilson, Chris Godwin, and then Brock Bowers and Colston Loveland. So kind of a wild team. My thoughts on Pollard are, if they don't draft Jeremiah Love, then it's wheels up for Pollard. If they do draft Jeremiah Love, they're probably going to trade Pollard. I can't imagine they hang on to Pollard behind him. I think he will move on. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, then yeah, this is an absolutely dismal price for Pollard, but I do feel like he's going to be okay. I feel like he will, command enough to where Tennessee would move on from him if they get Love, and if they don't, then he's just the RB1 in an ascending offense. Flyfish. It's a nebulous round 2 rookies. Hurst, Brazel, Bell, Lane. If one exactly, Flyfish. In that will get sifted through after the draft. So that is my greater point in trying these very aggressive onesie strategies, is that you can hit home runs in those. You're also going to strike out a lot, but it's a chance to build a super team that won't exist later. Or unsexy vets. Bateman, Mooney, Kirk, Keenan, Coleman. Also true. It shouldn't shock anyone if one of those guys has like a 900-yard season. Like, yeah, it would, it's not how we're drafting them, but it shouldn't shock anyone. Hey, Ball is Life, GM to you. Hope you're having a great start to your day. And everyone, I'm having a great morning. Appreciate all of you. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. These things all help. We're on the road to 750 subs, grinding through some trouble. The Underdog tried to sabotage us. The drafts weren't working, but we soldier on. But it's love doing this, and we will keep on keeping on. We'll keep on keeping on. And let's see, did we? No. All right. We have not missed on Baker yet, but we have to go through a gauntlet of people with 1 and 0 QBs. So I would be a little surprised if we actually got the Baker Godwin stack, but fingers crossed. And Baker goes to Polo Fresh. So there we go. Instant denial. Instant denial. You got to windmill in the unstacked Baker there, but that's okay. Oh no, sidekick. The sidekick's abandoned me. Come back, please. Please. Eggers, GM Chad, draft a college basketball best ball team. I don't know the first thing about college basketball, Eggers. I get bullied into doing NBA DBQ drafts and just vaporizing $15 at a time. I do not know nearly enough ball. I don't even think it would be entertaining for people. I have no idea who that is. Or excuse me, who the players are. Noisy Cards, what will be the cost to have a Chad Candles in the season-long portfolio contest? Oh, man. I don't know. Hold on, let me make my pick, and we can get back to that here. Man, they don't really like Malik Willis, huh? We got to take Tyler Shuck here because Chris Olave, wide receiver 1. That would definitely have been a mistake to pass that. So we grab that. He takes Kincaid Ferguson here. The machine still wants Malik Willis, but I think we just we take the money and run with Josh Downs. I think Josh Downs is definitely the pick here. We got Hurts and Shuck. If we had to stop at 2 QBs, we could definitely do that if we think we need to make up other positions. But yeah, I like this team so far. We got Hurts and Tyler Shuck, Jahmyr Gibbs, Cam Scatterbo, Tony Pollard, Chris Olave, Michael Wilson, Chris Godwin, Josh Downs, and then Bowers and Loveland. So if you buy Michael Wilson being good, if you buy Chris Godwin returning to some form and being wide receiver 1 in Tampa Bay, Josh Downs sees some improvement with Pittman gone. There's a story to be told on this team. I might be telling myself lies, but I at least feel like it's a plausible story. But yeah, go easy cards. I was 5,400 last year. I'm hoping to be above that. I'm hoping we crack 6K, but we'll see. I think we got to get on Hertzig's radar somehow. So we'll see if we can do that. But, hopefully we're not just everyone's favorite alternate, because I know I was an alt pick and I let people down. At one point I was advancing 40 BBM teams, and I think I ended with like 22 or 23, which was a bummer. But that was mostly Scatabo related. Like if you rostered me in that, you were just leveraged long cam Scatabo. We'll see if in BBM we're taking any colossal stands. My hunch is we're going to be closer to the sidekick. So maybe I could be leveraged off of the famous leg up sidekick users. But we're going to be IKBing stuff too, so we'll have to see. Scotty Scheffler, Price, or Phil Mickelson. I mean Phil the Thrill. Phil the Thrill. We'll be down at the bottom of the barrel. Edgar says if you could do a GBQ, you could do one of these. I don't. You know what's funny, Edgar? I don't even know if I can in Maryland, because I can't bet college basketball player anythings. So it's possible I can't even enter those contests. I haven't tried if these are player drafts. I'll have to see. But to be honest, I don't think I'm going to do a college basketball player draft. I do not know any of these things. But like I can't do a lot of college stuff here. All right. Let's see. We're at pick 143 and 146. Mendoza does make a lot of sense with Bowers. If he comes to us, it would be right at ADP. Daniel Jones would make sense because we have Josh Downs on this team. So we'll have to see about that. Diggs, big value from where we were getting him when this contest opened. Not my favorite click, but if he just goes back to New England, that is a little bit cheap for him there. Let's see what Blue List does. He takes Aaron Jones. Let's see what Tay does. I feel like some of you guys know what I'm going to try to do here, but we'll see. He takes Tracy. All right, we're going to take C-Rod. Again, he's not going to come back to us. We'll take Chris Rodriguez. We're trying to catch up at some of these skill positions. And now let's see what Schmazing does. He takes Woody Marks. We're going to just take the other big riser in Keaton Mitchell. If Keaton Mitchell truly is anything like McDaniel's Achan in Los Angeles, he's kind of a fun click. Especially when we were kind of light on volume at running back. So, again, if we're going to tell ourselves stories, we're going to say ETR is right about C-Rod and that we're right about Keaton the Missile here in round 13. So, for the audio listeners, we went a little rogue this draft. We got a 2-5-4-2. Jalen Hurts, Tyler Shuck, Jahmyr Gibbs, Cam Scatabo, Tony Pollard, Chris Rodriguez, Keaton Mitchell, Chris Olave, Michael Wilson, Chris Godwin, Josh Downs, and then Bowers and Loveland. So kind of a fun team, I feel like. Kind of a fun team. Trying to do some double elite tight end stuff. Not build the same teams over and over. Demonstrate some different things maybe we can do in these drafts. A lot more people with only one quarterback than maybe we're used to. This Kobeni drafter only has one. Bushnell only has one through 13. I guess they're not through 13 just yet, but we will see. Go Easy Cards asking if I like Rachaad White. I do not. I was out on Rachaad White before he went to the Commanders. I feel like that's a decent spot for him, but the fact that he only got paid $2 million is a little concerning. To me, they are the team where it makes the most sense to take Jeremiah Love. I think they're at 7. It's not just because I'm a Scatabo slappy. I don't think it makes sense for the Giants to do it because they also have Tyrone Tracy, who I'm at a truce with the Tracy people. I think we've united together that Jeremiah Love is a stupid pick. It's just not a position of need for the Giants. So again, I would be surprised if that's what they did, but who knows? Like A lot of the beat writers have been pounding on that drum for a while. Whereas the Commanders, I mean, they're bringing back. They brought back McNichol, JCM. They have zero invested in. Even in the games he was the starter, he wasn't starting. They gave McNichol like the first snap, if I remember right, or Chris Rodriguez. Or was it Chris Rodriguez? Rodriguez was out. We all rostered JCM and DFS, and then like McNichol was like playing ahead of him, and we got bailed out by kind of a long touchdown. It's so fragile, the JCM stuff, to me, that I could see them taking Love for sure. And now with Rachaad White coming in again, they just didn't give him enough money to really feel like it's some kind of huge commitment. But yeah, I don't think he's like a terrible click because he is pretty cheap still. Where does he go? Yeah, pick 130. That's a little expensive. Still a little bit pricey here. All right, Kobidi, Blueless, and Tay up ahead of me. Chig goes. I'm gonna just take Steph Diggs. This is so cheap for Diggs. I don't really like Diggs, but at 167, at a certain point, we've kind of jumped the shark. I know Jacoby Brissett is there and he stacks with Wilson. That's who I'll take next if he's still there. But if he's not, it's really fine. We invested a lot with Hurts and Shuck, where I don't think we have to panic. He doesn't take him anyway. Let's just grab Brissett here and lock down our third quarterback. So I actually really like this team. I think it's coming out good. Steph Diggs, again, if he goes back to New England, where are we taking him? His ADP is 132. We got him at 167. I'm more than happy to do that. I mean, I think he was at the top of the sidekick when I took Keaton Mitchell. If not, he was very close to it. So I feel like this draft has fallen pretty well for us so far, I have to say. I know on Ship Chasing, they were talking about the unlikelihood of Brissett playing the full season. I think that's not unreasonable. And I think that probably is true. They have Gardner Minshew there. But I think we're at least going to get some weeks of, Brissett feeding our favorite targets the ball. And who knows, maybe they are better than we think. And Brissett gets a little bit longer of a leash there. I think if he looks good and they're losing, they might not change, because what's the point of changing to Minshew? Now, if they draft Ty Simpson, all bets are off. If they take Ty Simpson, then there's almost no chance Brissett starts the whole year, unless they're making some kind of miracle playoff run. In which case, honestly, I would rather just bet Arizona Cardinal team overs at that point, because you'll probably get paid off pretty well on some of those outcomes. Whereas Jacoby Brissett is going to be 100% owned, at least going forward in these contests. He wasn't drafted in all the contests early, but he is now. So I think if you were really trying to bet on Arizona being good, I would probably play it in the over markets versus best ball. Just a cleaner out. You don't have to get 19 other picks right to get paid. All right, the sidekick is saying take Trey Tucker here. There are so many of these guys who are all kind of the same. I'm going to take Singleton because running back, I think, really gets dusty late, whereas I can always come up with like an Isaiah Bond out of the clouds if I have to. All of these guys are pretty darn similar on my board here. Shamazing takes Brian Robinson. If I had Mendoza again, I would take Trey Tucker. Instead, I'm actually going to grab Malik Washington. He is live to be a riser from being stone free. Am I getting ADP value of where he'll end up? Probably not. He'll probably move from the 20th round to the 16th, 17th. But I think I'm a little I don't know if I'm underweight, but I don't think he's not a guy I was taking a ton of. I'm actually curious, how much Malik Washington do I have here? 8.2%. All right, so we were basically at market on Malik Washington. So there you go. Certainly, again, live for the Dolphins to bring in other players. Maybe Tutu Atwell is the guy you need, but we will see. Flyfish, isn't Brissett 100% drafted? He opened super expensive round 11 to 12. Yeah, but then didn't he have a gap where he plummeted? Or am I imagining that, Flyfish? You might be right. In fact, you're definitely right about him being 100% drafted early in the contest. I just thought we had this like 4-week kind of doldrums when people talked themselves out of Brissett. But you're right. He's probably going to be at least 85, 90% owned, if not just stone 100. I could be remembering that wrong. Bushnell takes a guy who's a riser. Christian Kirk here, pick 203. Signed with the Niners. Another name that maybe if I was thinking of, I could have taken there in the 17th. He definitely makes some sense. But yeah, this goes back to who is making this point? Jake's point here about the gems being uncovered. And I think we're seeing some of them, right? Like Chris Brazel going here at pick 205. Jeremy Bernard at pick 201. These were guys who were 20th round guys. They've also haven't risen like that much. So I think they're still kind of diamonds in the rough. But it was definitely easier to do this when you could end your team with like Zachariah Branch 17, Jeremy Bernard 18, Chris Brazel 19. Well, you could get all 4 of them, with your last 4 picks and not really be fighting over them. So it's definitely harder. Call Me asked random question. When do they announce the location of the Dog Bowl? Probably pretty close to like the start of the NFL season. I don't remember that coming out like well in advance of the contest opening. At least not to my memory. Sidekick doesn't love Vele, but I kind of do, especially on a Tyler Shuck team. I think Vele makes sense. So we'll double up on our Saints here. So last draft we had 8 rookies. This draft we have 1. And we'll see if we even take another here or not. Slayton, Cup, Hurst. I'll grab Ted Hurst. We'll take a second rookie here. I think that makes a ton of sense. And now if we want to end the team with a third super late tight end, we could. But I feel pretty good about this crew, considering we went double elite tight end. Let's check in quickly on Blue List here. And, of course, switch over. I don't want anyone to think there's any chicanery. So, Candle Cam, still going strong. We've got Greg, we've got B. Grandy, and we've got Go AZ Cards. Just burning bright here. But, again, appreciate all of you so much. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. You guys are truly, truly the best here. Blue List hanging out here. He's got Jamar Chase, Ken Walker, Etienne, Devonta Smith, Devontae Adams, Jada Daniels, Jalen Warren, Sam Laporta, Blake Corum, Matt Stafford, Kyler Murray, Aaron Jones, Omar Cooper, Chig Okonkwo, Calvin Ridley, Stowers, Surratt Lane, and Katron Allen. Not bad there from Blue List. Yeah, I have to say I like the team. Chig, a guy that I've been trying to get more of, pushed all the way to 165 here, but makes sense for the Daniels drafter to get aggressive there. Gunnar Ross says 8% is above on Washington. He's not 100% drafted on betting. Yeah, I think so too. He won't be 100% drafted, but he's probably from now on going to be drafted far more often than not, I'd have to say. Let me catch up with chat, and then there's some wild stuff happening in our room here. Jake says, just looked at the first draft I did, and Brissett was undrafted. Okay, interesting. Day 1, though, is a little wild. But yeah, there you go. So he won't be 100% owned. There's at least one draft. Why would the Sidekick have Slayton on top with Neighbors, Mooney, Calvin Austin signing, and potential wide receiver and draft equity? That is a definite leg up question. I do not know the machinations of that. Truly, I mean, I'll say I'm not clicking Slayton. I feel like I got burned last year, and it was an even better setup than this year. But I'm also not willing to start telling the good folks at Leg Up they're wrong. Go easy card, Charles. I heard the dog bowl requires sprinkler system for the safety of drafters. It's not this house. I don't have sprinklers. No dog bowl. No dog bowl Baltimore. V-Smurf. I think most of my percent is around 190, 200. Yeah. That's nice. I mean, even 170 felt good because I've seen him go ahead of that. But yeah, not bad, V-Smurf. Sorry, Gutter Ross, for the late Discord response. I just got the email notification a month later. Oh, no. Old man game, by the way. Look at this draft. 7 receivers. Took a little break. Took Fan and Herbert. Took 6 receivers. Then Lemon was the 7th. I'm spreading fake news. What is going on here? No, they took 6 receivers. Then they took Worthy and Coker. And then they ended this draft with 8 running backs. Charbonnet, Connor, Sampson, Wilson, Holani, Gordon, James, Brooks. My God. My God, look at that. Look at that. From Piss Boy to, I don't even know what this is. Algae? Just straight green? I have no idea. Crazy, crazy stuff happening here. The sidekick really likes Cooper Kupp. I'm going to take a fun tight end, though. If I'm going to take... I'm going to take Greg Dulcich. Yeah, let's do Dulcich. I said I kind of like that punt. So we got Malik Washington and Greg Dulcich, because anytime you can get pieces of the Miami Dolphins, you got to do it. So that'll wrap this team. We got a 3-6-8-3. We got Hurts, Tyler Shuck, Jacoby Brissett, Jahmyr Gibbs, Cam Scatterbo, Tony Pollard, Chris Rodriguez, Keaton Mitchell, and Nick Singleton. Wide receivers of Olave, Wilson, Godwin, Downs, Diggs, Malik Washington, Devon Vele, Ted Hurst, and then Bowers, Loveland, and Dulcich. So we only have 2 rookies on this team. So very different from the last one. All right, let's see. How many likes do we have? I do have stuff to do, but maybe if we're going strong, we can do another. Let's check it out. 32 likes. Can we get to 35? Can we get to 35 for another draft? I bet we can. So let's see. I'm going to trust you guys. But yeah, please drop a like, drop a sub. All these things help a ton. You know what? Let's do a little board. Let's see. Oh, 11. All right, we're not going to do a little board. That's going to be too hard to fill. All right, fine. We'll rock a big board. Waiting for 4. All right. If you can, again, like and sub. I'm going to trust you guys. Got us to 35, but all these things help so much. And again, this is going to be a very long stream because the first draft took almost an hour and 20 minutes. But also, would it be one of my streams without me blowing my nose? Not really, but I'm going to mute the mic for that. Yeah, definitely going to get a nose blowing emote for the channel. That's literally what I'm going to work on when I end the stream, because that is such a big part of the channel. Okay. Oh my goodness, Goods. Hey, Goods, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Goods. Last year's big board winner. Thank you again. It means so much, and just you guys hanging out, but supporting the stream. Thank you again. Go Easy Cards. We will not be extinguishing any candles. We will not. And so let me grab one for Goods here. Goods again. Thank you. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a special candle emoji. Thankfully, there's a default one. All right, Goods on 3/18/26. Awesome, Goods. Thank you so much. We'll light the candle here. There we go. All right. Putting it in. Oh my gosh. We're in the 7 hole, but we have time. We do have time to flip over to candle cam. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to figure something out if we... All right. There we go. Candle cam is rocking and rolling. So we got Goods in there. We got Goods. We got Greg. We got Go AZ Cards. We got B Grandy. The only best ball stream with open flame, fire hazard, and no sprinkler system right here. The Chad Candles YouTube channel. Jonathan Taylor goes. Jonathan Taylor goes. I'm debating trying something fun. We did something fun last time. Amon Ra's fun. This is fun, right? Taking Amon Ra, 3 picks ahead of ADP, 2 picks. I don't know. I just again want to texture things differently. Let's try a wide receiver start here. But appreciate the emotes. Goods there. Go Easy Cards. Will we get some DBQ late night drafts? Candle Snot Hour. I would, yeah, when football season starts, we'll do some candles after dark for sure, and God willing, we will have some successful dog bowl qualifiers. But man, it is so hard to qualify for the dog bowl. It is so hard. It is a goal, but not a requirement this year. I mean, it is. There are very, very, very good drafters who chase the dog bowl and don't get it, and I got very lucky that I was able to make it in. Members only, of course. Yeah, I do now. You know, now that we've got a good growing member base, gonna have to figure out when you guys want that. Because I could do members only in the evenings, but I feel like most people are morning people who tune in, so I don't want to do a members only stream when like members are not around. So I don't know. I'm gonna work it out, but I appreciate all of you so much for joining. Brian the Goober likes this team. You mean the team that has Amon Ra or the last team? Because I like the last team, the double elite tight end team. You know, if it's we're trying some different stuff. We are trying different builds here. Don't want it to get stale. See what M Stockton does here. Because we could do a sidekick. Takes Chase Brown. All right. Well, we'll take Saquon. I don't know why I'm like disappointed in M Stockton for taking Chase Brown. I didn't mean to say that with such disgust. I don't not like Chase Brown, but it's very hard for me to take Chase Brown ahead of Henry and Saquon there when Chase Brown does feel like he's got some real fragility when P Ryan is taking half the snaps that something could happen. Sunday morning cram draft. If the big board was never open on Sunday mornings, or excuse me, DBQs were usually full by Saturday evening. But yeah, I've thought that Sundays have been tough just with the family work schedules and kid watching, but we'll see. I'm sure I could do some Sundays, but I'll have to figure that. Weekends are usually like really like the worst time for me. I have not a lot of big boards left blueless. I think I have like 39 now. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure out what to do because I'm going to run out before the draft. If I do 3 a day, there's not enough. I don't have enough drafts left to make it to the draft. So I really need a little board too. Again, I am not drafting Underdog stuff off stream. All right, Sidekick wants us to take Rashee Rice here. No, it wants us to take AJ Brown. It's thinking. It's recalculating like an old GPS. You know what? I'm going to IKB it. I don't love AJ Brown. I'm going to take T. Higgins. We're going to take T. Higgins. I was almost going to say I want to do a draft where I just top kick the sidekick, but I feel like that'd be kind of boring to watch if I just click the top every time. So we'll have to see. We'll see where this draft goes. Right now, it's a little lighter on running back than normal with Amon Ra, Saquon, and T. Higgins here. The candle boy, absolutely, Bindles. Appreciate you so much. We got the candles burning. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. Yeah, I made the name Candle Nation. I couldn't think if I wanted Candle Nation or the Wax Pack. Wax Pack seems like it would be perfect if this was like a card collecting, like, box breaking channel. That would be perfect. But I don't know. Who is my one and done pick this week? This is a rare week where you get two. So I'm only really in 2 one and dones, and I only diverged at the Sony. In one of them, I took Russell Henley. In one of them, I took Nick Taylor. And they both scored like almost identically. Like the two, otherwise I picked the same guy. And the 2 one and dones are only apart by like a few $1,000s. They're really close. So this week I'm using Nick Taylor in the one that I haven't used him yet. In the other, I'm using Bridgman. Bridgman, Giga Chalk. A lot of people are going to burn Bridgman. I don't feel like Nick Taylor I have not heard a single person mention Nick Taylor on any content. And I've listened to a lot of golf content. So Nick Taylor, he's a dog. He's won 5 times on tour. Doesn't have great history, but history is not super predictive at this event. Could be bad, but Nick Taylor is a guy who just randomly, he doesn't need a ton of, he's in decent but not amazing form. He's a guy that just from the clouds could just all of a sudden win this, and no one should be surprised. So that is my Bridgman and Nick Taylor are the 2 I am in on as of right now. What is M Stockton? Okay, so Kyron came back to me. That was a slam dunk pick. I will listen to the sidekick and take Javonte here. I think that's the best pick. I did see people fantasizing about A-Chain to Dallas. That would be really fun for real life value. Probably be pretty good for A-Chain. I would have to guess, just because that offense is going to be so much better than the Dolphins offense. But would be really bad for our Javonte bags, especially for so many of us who really reluctantly are now in on Javonte. So we will see. All right, more fun to see you argue with the sidekick. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I can listen to the sidekick when it's when the main contests are open and we have so many things I can do off stream. I can top click. Go Easy Cards, use Nick Taylor early. Yeah. I think he was decent at the Sony and at the Waste Management. He made a lot of sense, but I haven't heard anyone mention him like since then. The Toxic Tower. First of all, you guys don't sub to the Toxic Tower. Toxic Tower puts out awesome content, and they do great stuff for their members. I mean, do they do things better than this? I don't know. But they do provide some really fun members only streams, and they absolutely let loose on there. They truly keep some fun stuff behind the paywall. So if you don't sub to the Toxic Tower, you definitely should. And oh my God, the sidekick recommends Cam Scatterbo. Oh, should I listen? Should I listen to the sidekick? Copy paste late. I could see Jerry thinks he needs to pair a young buck with his boomer back. It makes a lot of sense. Just don't know if they'd be willing to part with the draft capital necessary to get A-Chain. And someone mentioned earlier the Dolphins were like, no, go pound sand. He's not for sale. So we'll see. Or for trade. They mean sale. That's not for trade. Emo Cowboy, I love the candles. Hey, I'm glad you do. I am glad you do, Emo Cowboy. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, they are so damn toxic, Bukaski. They're so toxic it almost comes full circle, and it is all in good nature. They have the right blend of camaraderie and toxicity. They hit the right notes. It is a absolutely awesome watch, the 3 of them. And they have their own individual channels, which you should support as well. All right, let's see. So we got Saquon, Javonte, Scatterbo, Amon-Ra, and T. Higgins. Fun team so far. Let's see what the machine wants us to do. We're now in the range where it recommends a bunch of quarterbacks and then tries to sneak Drake May in. The sidekick sneaks Drake May in like you're trying to trick your kid into eating vegetables. It's like, oh, here's a cookie, here's some broccoli, here's some cookie. It slips it in. I don't have Drake May on the same tier. I'm not there. but the sidekick keeps on putting the broccoli on the plate. There goes Lemon. So I think I'm just going to take Joe Burrow here. I'm going to agree with the sidekick. Where am I picking next, though? 79. All right. Yeah, I will take Burrow here to pair with Higgins. I think that's fine. Wide receiver might get a little grim, but hopefully something hangs on for us there. Drafting in the middle of the board. I would have taken Lemon had he been there and just said, well, I can get Goff around pick 103 to stack, but that's okay. We'll take Burrow here with T. Chris says my Walker exposure is going to be ridiculous in my very limited pre-draft contest. Ken Walker, Chris? I didn't. I'm assuming that's who you're referring to. But yeah, he's a really fun click. Absolutely. He's a guy I'm never too upset to end up with. Oh, Easy Cards, biggest offseason move winner. Single player. Biggest offseason move winner. The first answer that comes to mind, weirdly enough, is Malik Willis, because when he opened the contest, he was live to just be the backup quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. Now he's the tank commander for the Dolphins. There is something to be said on a team that is so bad and has absolutely nothing to lose that he just gets to run around and do what he wants. If the system is not so dysfunctional that they're scoring 3 points a week, Jacoby Brissett was actually very good in fantasy on a team going nowhere that was losing a ton of games. Now we kind of have a quarterback with a rushing upside who has basically nobody we're afraid of behind him. I'm going to listen to the sidekick and take Jaylen Warren. That's fine. So I feel like he's kind of a huge winner. ADP has reflected that. I'm reluctant to say Ken Walker is the biggest winner because I feel like he was already winning and now he's just like winning more going to the Chiefs. Trying to think of who else. That's my answer for biggest winner. I think underrated winner, which you didn't ask, but I'm going to answer anyway, was like Tyler Warren and the Colts receivers with Pittman leaving. I feel like we're getting a really nice discount on him. Josh Downs to a lesser extent. I think we saw what Tyler Warren could do, and especially if we're worried about the Achilles recovery on Daniel Jones, they were running Tyler Warren in those like tush push scenarios. Like he could get like legitimate like under center goal line stuff. Like he has some weird outs to be a huge winner. I wish I had more of him. He's just in a tough range, surrounded by a lot of like receivers and running backs I like. But he's a guy that I definitely want more of in post-draft stuff because I did not get as much as I should have. Hartman noting, yeah, Chris Rodriguez as Cohen's running back one. Yeah, exactly. If you're buying that, then my God, a 100% agree there. He would be the biggest winner of the offseason from undrafted to a guy that we should be taking in like the third round. All right, we're gonna diverge from the kick. I need another wide receiver. It gets too grim, and I'm gonna take Pittman. We'll build our little bet on Pittsburgh there. What could go wrong? Go AZ Cards in a way too tight polo and jeans. It's work time. Oh yes, there we go. Show those TPS reports. Who's boss? Yeah, Emo Cowboy. He manages hundreds of people and runs the Toxic Tower. And he works for NASA. Is Emo an alien? I don't know. I don't know how one man could do so much, but I just, I have to believe he's human, so I have something to aspire to be. In emo fashion, indeed. All right, for the audio listeners, We got Amon-Ra, Saquon, T. Higgins, Javonte, Scatabo, Burrow, Warren, and Pittman. That's the real question. Is Emo spread too thin? That might really be is Emo shattering his mental health to bring us content? Yes. Well, thanks, Emo. Sub to the Toxic Tower. Jared Goff goes at pick 98 to the JMO Gibbs drafter. I can't be mad at him. He's got a nice stack going on, but that means no Jared Goff. No Jared Goff for me. That's okay. Gosh, the sidekick is asking me to do something that many are uncomfortable to do, which is take Rico Dowdle and Jaylen Warren. I don't hate it. I probably actually would have listened for once. Kyler being there is unfortunate because I probably should have taken Addison if I'd really been thinking about it, and then I could have taken Kyler as the stack if I wanted it. But instead, we're going to take Romeo Doubs and really hope that they're not adding much to the room. Because if they add AJ Brown, then taking Romeo Doubs at pick 103 is going to seem kind of messed up. Emo notes, it was shattered long ago, but we persist. Nevertheless, brothers and sasters. Well, appreciate that, Emo Cowboy. Appreciate that. But again, thanks everyone who has taken the time to like and sub. I'm assuming we got over 35 likes. I will hope we did. But, if you haven't subbed, please, please subscribe. We're trying to get the sub numbers up, and it is it is a grind. I will say that. I have nothing but respect for people out here trying to make it in the content mines. But money ain't a thing. Notes. 6 spot won the draft to draft 3 to be the fastest. We can stop the draft now and advance 6 spot before the games are played. Money ain't a thing. First of all, good morning. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. But yeah, look at that. Lamar Jackson, Caleb Williams, Drake May. Just no worries there. Emo Cowboys gifting a member to himself. Is that what happened? Emo got his own gifted member and then gifts another one. Oh my God, I got to light 2 candles. Oof. All right, we will see. Hold on, I got to make my pick, and I got 2 candles to light. Emo Cowboy gifting himself. You love to see it. Appreciate you. Hey, Emo, thank you so much. I can't, in StreamYard, I can't see who got the second one, so I'm going to have to figure that out. While trying to draft a coherent team myself. Speaking of races to draft quarterbacks, let's take Malik Willis. We've blathered on quite a bit about him, so let's take another quarterback here. I've gifted too hard. Yeah. Crossface. Hey, GM2 Crossface. Appreciate you so much. Money ain't a thing. Emo, I do the same thing during Christmas. Screw everyone else. I only need to give myself a little treat. Little treat. Oh, is it copy paste Lave got it? All right. Awesome. Oh my God. All right. Here we go. Emo Cowboy. I'm going to have to write Emo Cowboy gifted from Emo Cowboy. So here we go. Emo Cowboy gifted from Emo. This is harder than I thought it would be to write these on here. It's like a writing on a round surface while feeling like you're being watched. But Emo Cowboy, thank you for doing that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. We're gonna light your candle first. Yeah, probably good that this is the last draft because I'm losing my voice. Thank you again, Emo Cowboy. Let me put you in here. Oh my gosh, don't go out. Got to be a bad omen. All right, Emo Cowboy, you're in there. And we're about to pick. So let's see. And while we're picking, let's prove. There we go. Emo Cowboy, you're up in front now. See if I can make it so your name is more legible. The machine wants us to take Fergie. That's kind of intriguing. I don't. The machine really likes Fergie. I'm kind of surprised, but all right, we'll listen to the sidekick. We'll listen to the sidekick for once. I don't take a ton of Fergie. Probably would like this more if I had gotten Dak here with Javonte and Fergie. Would be kind of fun, but we will see. Oh gosh, I didn't mean to leave the candle cam on that long. All right. Tradition like no other. Self-love is real, 100%. 100%. Go AZ Cards agrees. Hey, copy paste late. All right, now I got to write yours. Got to write your candle on here. Copy paste laid. I've never written that word out in real life, so there we go. Gifted from Emo. Awesome. And then the date 3/18/26. We are really having ourselves a day. Appreciate all of you so much. Let me make the pick, and then we will fire this one up. Pick 138. The machine wants us to take CJ Stroud. I don't think we're going to do that. I think I would rather take Mike Washington if he's there, but kind of in an interesting spot on the board here because none of the Dolphin stacking partners are till very late. Let's just grab Mike Washington. He could be a big winner if he gets the draft capital we all think he might get. All right, so there we go. We got the board up. We got copy paste Slades. Candle Nash, light it up. Your light will not die. It is burning brightly, and now so is copy paste Slades. Appreciate you. You're now. Oh no. All right, we're good. We're good. I almost talked so loudly. Oh my God, just burn my hand. All right. Copy paste Slade. You're now in here. We'll put on the candle cam. There we go. Hold on. There we go. We got everyone going on here. Money ain't a thing. The very high team projection is all that matters. Hashtag never draft rookies. And you must have liked the last team that we did on here because we only took 2 rookies and they were very late. So trying to draft some different teams. Who aims up him? Hey, who aims? Appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out. Yeah, first rookie. Sorry, money ain't a thing. Jinxed it. Nez says, sorry I'm late. Oh my God, Nez. Nez, thank you so much. It means a ton that you would join the channel. Truly appreciate it. I got the chance to meet Nez at the Dog Bowl, and it was even more awesome than I expected, and I expected a lot. So Nez, thank you so much. Really, truly one of the good ones, and worked so hard for this little industry and slice of fantasy sports that we're in. Done so much for the best ball space. So Nez, truly thank you, and thank you for joining the channel. Let me get your candle going here after we make a pick, and I think it's going to be Keaton Mitchell, and so then we can slow down at running back. Again, Steph Diggs just continues to plummet, but here we go. All right, Nez's candle here. This one's good because it's a lot easier to write just 3 letters. Nez. Don't mess it up. All right. Nez 3/18/26. All right. So Nez, thank you. We got you on here. Lighting the candle. Thank you, Nez. Appreciate you so much, as always, for everything. So let's get you. Oh no, don't go out. We haven't lost a candle yet. But here we go. And now, my God, there it is. There it is. Feeling special. Hey, copy paste late. Appreciate you so much. And thanks again to Emo Cowboy for the gifted membies. Nez Aura. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Absolutely. I was starstruck, truly. Unironically. Copy paste late. Chad, do you have any nice leverage team for March Madness tourneys? Nothing I've come up with on my own. I can't even pretend to tell you I've had some process. I do not know I do not know much at all about college basketball. And I do know is I was about to take Omar Cooper Jr. and we whiffed. So we'll take Jerry Jeudy. Quarterback has already kind of gone off a cliff on us, but we'll grab a Jerry Jeudy share. Could be kind of fun. Money ain't a thing. If the sidekick told you to jump 30 feet into a pool of cacti, would you listen to the sidekick? Well, it depends. Money ain't a thing. Am I in a plant jumping contest and they decided, this is the most plus EV move is to hop into the cacti? I don't know. But yeah, the Sims know all. It probably simmed a universe in which I jump into the cacti and then I have a great fundraiser at the hospital. I have no idea. Seem to have gone down this road. Go Easy Cards. Yes, Nez was in KC. You might have missed him. Although I saw you on the Badge Bros sitting next to Nez. So I think you did get to meet him. Yeah. I don't know if you mean Go Easy Cards, but yes, appreciate you again, Nez. He's Go Easy Cards. He's a real jokester, that one. Bindles became a member. Bindles, let me get your candle here as this draft goes off the rails. But Bindles famously the first ever guest of the channel. So thank you again, Bindles. Really appreciate you supporting me. Thank you. It truly does mean a lot. Let's grab Jig. I don't have nearly enough of him. I say this pretty much every stream now, but we'll take a Chig share and go from there. Let me pull the board back up so people can see what's going on. Let me grab a candle for Bindles. All right. Bindles, you here at 3:18:26. Let's go, Bindles. Bindles, appreciate you. Thank you so much again. Let me put you in here. Oh, don't go out. Can't go out. It's going to make it. Okay, perfect. All right, candle cam goes on. So this is perfect. My goodness here. We've got some great ones. We've got Goods. We've got B Grandy. We've got Nez. We've got Bindles. We got Emo Cowboy. We got Emo Cowboy gifting one to copy paste Slade. We've got Nez, and we had who did Ultimate White Males go to? Who did Ultimate White Males go to? It went to Greg, of course. It went to Greg. So again, appreciate all of you so much. This has been so much fun here. Emo Cowboy says about the NCAA bracket, I will happily shill Connor Allen's thread for Monday. Very, very good. All right. Yeah, I need a good thread to copy. And the Badge Bros did a stream that is in my hopper to watch, because today is officially make your bracket day for me. So I got to get on that. Oh, I pushed Aaron Rodgers too far, and I fell off the cliff. And so now this is probably going to be a 2 QB team. And I really wanted Aaron Rodgers because I have Pittman and Jalen Warren on this team. But alas, we kind of messed up. Where did he go? He went over here to line of scrimmage. So people are really thirsty for the 3 QBs. I thought I could push him into the 180s, and I paid for it. So there you go. Yeah, money ain't a thing. That's really what the sidekick should do. It should sim your dating matches out and then say, this is the life I envision. So I'm sorry you had to go through that. Money ain't a thing. But hopefully, you know what? Hopefully you came out okay on the other side. But yeah, that is tough. Did you buy a box of candles? I did. I can't even make some. I just said dozens of tea candles laying around here. No, I did go out and get a box. I like the idea that you thought maybe I was just the kind of guy who just hoarded candles. Just Chad candles. Oh yeah, he's got just boxes of candles at home. And GM Chad, GM to you, Mr. Mufasa. Appreciate you so much. From broken underdog to a bunch of new I mean, my God, it came full circle. Sidekick told me to sit in the cuck chair. It does that sometimes. Bindle's gifting a memby. Did it go to who? Did it go to who, Hames? I got to check it out. Yeah, I agree, Charlie. That is tough. Let me confirm that before I mislabel a candle. But who, Hames? I mean, my God, what a perfect recipient if it did go to him. Oh yeah, this is a Malik Washington. Malik Washington is the pick here with Malik Willis. Just snap call there. We can figure out tight end later, but we will pair Malik Willis with Malik Washington. Yes, Who Hames was the recipient. Excellent. Who Hames. All right, Who Hames. Let me get your candle going. Bindles, first of all, thank you so much for gifting a memby. That is so awesome. And Who Hames again. Who Hames is trying to get to 500 subs, by the way. He is so close. I think he's at like 470 something. So please sub to Who, because he says he's got some cool membership stuff too. I don't know if it's as cool as a candle. Who's to say? But I know he has some things close to the vest there. But yeah, Bindles, thank you so much. Who Hames, thank you so much for hanging out and getting this memory here. Who Hames from or gifted. I want to make sure we know who's gifting these. So thank you again, Bindles. Gifted from Bindles. On 3/18/26. Awesome. All right, we'll fire that up. There we go. Who Hames, you are now in. Put you in there. Get candle cam going. My goodness gracious. I mean, what a day. What a day. Thank you again. Thank you again, everyone. Yeah, you know what? As a member, do we get Chad's DBQ rankings weekly? I had gone back and forth on that's a pretty big commitment, to be honest. And because it's not just like once a week, there's a lot of stuff going on. I also don't know if people want my rankings. Like ETR has like teams of data scientists, and I go off of pure vibes. And so I am very reluctant to promise that or even think if people want it. If people truly wanted that, maybe. But you guys see, I don't even like make my own ranks. So I don't want to do something that's disingenuous, that like if I'm not using it, I don't want to like give to people, you know? So we'll see. I mean, football season's a long way off. You know, we'll see where the channel's at. We'll see what people want to do. I would absolutely love to be able to put in more time and really make this, you know, a bigger thing than it is, and you know, figure something out. So I'm not going to say no, but I'm just going to say like that's not, I didn't want to like put that in the perks, you know? So we'll see. Yeah. ETR. Exactly. Chad uses candles. Who Hames uses energy drink. Exactly. Just cracking an energy drink. Yeah, that could end up in a trip to the hospital. So I doubt that's what who has lined up, but we'll see. I know he's got some stuff he's thinking of. Chad's love hate DBQ weekly article. Again, I would love to be able to put some long form stuff together. I like writing, and I like this. So we will see. Chris notes, I've resisted this truth for a while, but if you're going to have to accept, like I did, that it's true, you must have a slice of tomato on your country ham biscuits. I'm so boring with my biscuits, I literally just put butter on it. So I feel like if you go beyond that, then maybe. I'm not going to disagree. I just I'm not deep enough in the butter biscuit streets to to really talk with any knowledge on that. Oh, part of me wants to take Ollie Gordon for just the Dolphins. I haven't taken any Ollie Gordon. Ugh. No, I was too slow. I was too slow to take Ty Simpson. I don't know if we're gonna get him. I really don't like Ollie Gordon. I didn't even really want to do that. I guess I in thinking about this stream, like what we talked about, he really might be like RB1 in Miami, which has to be worth it in round 19. So why not? We're going to take a lot of zeros. Might as well take a zero that could literally be getting like 18 carries. You know, Malik Willis isn't going to throw very much. You know, that's like the knock on taking him. So I don't know. We'll see. Who's this drafted that only has 2 quarterbacks? Bushnell. Oh, he's got Baker and Geno. He's definitely super live to take another one. So we'll see. You'll see. Yeah, if you want Scat on all your teams, yeah, that's. Why is Scatabo the 1.1 again? These ranks, they're terrible. Chris says, my wife is a chef. If you don't trust me, well, first of all, I trust you, Chris, implicitly. But yeah, it is good to know that that's coming from a culinary background. Who Hames? Yeah, thanking Bindle. Yeah, no, Bindles, thank you. Thanks all of you. I mean, my gosh, this was awesome. If Kyler's a starting QB, are we sleeping on Hawk? Even if JJ's QB Hawk ADP seems wrong. I am in the camp that Hawk has turned to Giga dust, and so I don't care if they had Drew Brees at quarterback. I'm struggling to get to Hawkinson. If you don't think he fell off of the age cliff, then sure, then he's a fine pick. You can blame it on him coming back from the knee injury. But I just felt like he was getting like dusted by like Oliver, and just I don't know. All right, let's see what Bushnell. Oh, all right. So maybe we will get Ty Simpson. The machine wants me to take Gesicki as a 4th tight end with Fergie, Okonkwo, and Dulcich. Honestly, I don't hate that. If this guy goes 4 QBs and takes Ty Simpson, then maybe we actually do that. He takes Gesicki. Maybe he's a sidekick user. All right. Ty Simpson, welcome to the team. I don't have any Cardinals, which is kind of where I'm mentally mocking him. So, sorry, money ain't a thing. I feel bad. First of all, you came in saying how much you like the team with no rookies, and I took a rookie. Now you're talking of highlighting the 2 QB teams, and I take a 3rd QB. It's nothing personal. I'm not going after your comments. Go easy cards. I'm on the knee injury. Minnesota passing stuck. Fair. If that's how you want to read it, then I see nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. All right. This was awesome, everyone. Let me see. Yeah, this was a really fun stream. I gotta hop. But first of all, Ultimate White Male, thank you for gifting the membership. B Grandy, appreciate you so much for joining. Go AZ Cards, likewise. Huge thanks to you. Goods, appreciate you. Emo Cowboy gifting to himself, then gifting to others. Nez, thank you for joining. Bindles, thank you for joining and for gifting. You all truly are the best, and thank you so much for making this stream happen, because I was nervous that we weren't going to get anything in. We managed to get 3 really fun teams in. Yep, I will be back tomorrow. Should be 8:30 a.m. Hopefully the drafts can actually start at that time. But otherwise, I'll see you all soon. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.